The internal type designation of the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL sports car is W198. Between 1954 and 1957, the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL was offered as a coupé with hinged doors, and between 1957 and 1963 as a roadstar. The Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gullwing door is a popular collector's item with an enormous increase in value. The Mercedes-Benz 300 SL, chassis code W198, is a two-seat sports car that was produced by Mercedes-Benz from 1954 to 1957 as a gull-winged coupé and from 1957 to 1963 as a roadster. The 300 SL traces its origins to the company's 1952 racing car, the W194, and was equipped with a mechanical direct fuel injection system that significantly increased the power output of its 3-liter overhead camshaft straight-six engine. The 300 SL was capable of reaching speeds of up to 263 kW/h, 163 dm, earning it a reputation as a sports car racing champion and making it the fastest production car of its time. The car's iconic gull-wing doors and innovative lightweight tubular frame construction contributed to its status as a groundbreaking and highly influential automobile. The designation SL is an abbreviation of the German term superleicht, meaning super light, a reference to the car's racing-bred, lightweight construction. The 300 SL was introduced to the American market at the suggestion of Max Hoffman, Mercedes-Benz's United States importer at the time, who recognized the potential demand for a high-performance sports car among American buyers. The Mercedes-Benz 300 SL remains a highly sought-after classic car and is celebrated for its performance, design, and technological advancements. The 300 SL traces its origin to a racing sports car, the Mercedes-Benz W194. For this purpose, Daimler-Benz decided to race in 1951 and built a sports car. As a result, Mercedes' largest engine was developed, the M186, shared by the 300 Adenauer Saloon, W186, and the luxury 300 S2 Tourer, W188. Racing successes in 1952 were somewhat surprising as the W194 engine was fitted only with carburetors, producing 175 HP, 130 Salticadilwa, less than competing cars by Ferrari and Jaguar, and the 300 SL road car introduced in 1954. Nevertheless, low weight and low aerodynamic drag made the W194 fast enough to be competitive in endurance races. Mercedes-Benz developed a new version for the 1953 racing season by adding fuel injection and 16-inch wheels. The gearbox was installed on its rear axle. Its body was made of electron, a magnesium alloy, which reduced its weight by 85 kilograms, 187 pounds. Mercedes-Benz decided not to race this alloy car, choosing instead to begin participating in Formula One in 1954. Later versions revised the body to lower air resistance and did not continue the transmission arrangement. The idea of Mercedes producing a toned-down Grand Prix car targeted to affluent performance enthusiasts in the booming post-war American market was suggested by Max Hoffman at a 1953 directors' meeting in Stuttgart. Mercedes's new general director, Fritz Konecka, agreed to Hoffman's order for 1,000 cars to guarantee the success of the production run. The 300 SL was introduced at the February 1954 New York International Auto Show instead of the Frankfurt or Geneva shows, where company models usually debuted. In addition, the production of a smaller roadster, the Mercedes-Benz 190 SL, was announced after Hoffman ordered another 1,000 of them. The 300 SL and the 190 SL premiered at the 1954 New York show. Mercedes-Benz experienced a positive visitor response to both, and production began at the Sindelfingen plant in August of that year. The price for the 300 SL Coupe in Germany was DM $29,000 and $6,820 in the US. The Roadster was DM $32,500 in Germany and $10,150 in the US, 10% more expensive than the Coupe in Europe and over 70% more in the US. The 300 SL has a steel tubular frame chassis with a steel body combined with an aluminum bonnet, doors, dashboard, and boot lid to further reduce weight. An additional 80 kilograms, 176 pounds, could be eliminated with an expensive all-aluminum body, but only 29 were made. Depending on the rear axle ratio, fuel consumption was 17 liters per 100 kilometers. 3 checkered pattern seat fabrics were standard: gray and green, gray and blue, and cream and red. Most customers opted for leather upholstery, which became standard on the Roadster. With upward opening doors, the coupe has an unusually high sill. Entering and exiting the car is problematic. The steering wheel pivots on its hub 90 degrees away from the dashboard to facilitate entry. Storage space for luggage is behind the seats in the coupe. The boot only holds a spare wheel and fuel tank. The Roadster was available with 2 custom-fitted leather suitcases for the larger boot. The coupe's windows are fixed and roll down in the Roadster. The body consists mainly of sheet steel, with the bonnet, boot lid, dashboard, sill, and door skins made of aluminum. Silver gray was the standard color. All others were options. The objective of the overall design was to make the vehicle as streamlined as possible. The width of the tubular frame along the cockpit allowed the cabin roofline to be inset considerably on both sides, dramatically reducing the front area. The structure was also quite high between the wheels, prohibiting the attachment of standard doors. The only option, already used on the W194 race car, which would allow passengers over its high, deep sill, was a gullwing door. The car's distinctive eyebrows are a functional feature in the front, both physically and aerodynamically deflecting road water from the windscreen, and stylistic in the rear, added for visual symmetry. The Mercedes-Benz M198 engine is a water-cooled 3.0L, 182.8 Q-in, 2009 96cc overhead, cam straight 6. Like the racing Mercedes-Benz M1994, the 300 SL borrowed the basic 2 valves per cylinder M186 engine from the regular 4-door 300 luxury touring car introduced in 1951. It featured the M186's aluminum head, a 30-degree diagonal base, allowing larger intake and exhaust valves than a standard horizontal joint with the engine block. To improve performance, the M198 replaced the W194's triple 2-barrel Solex carburetors with a Bosch mechanical fuel injection system. This raised output on the 300 SL from 175 HP SAE gross to 240 HP, SAE gross at 6,100 RPM. Compression was set at 855/1. Like modern racing cars, the 300 SL has a tubular frame, designed by Mercedes head engineer Rudolf Uhlenhaut, and made of steel. Such a frame provided high rigidity with low mass. Thin, straight chrome molybdenum tubes were assembled as triangles, with the finished frame weighing a remarkable 82 kilograms, 181 pounds. Elements of the coupe frame span the entire width of the vehicle's track, from wheel to wheel, making for an unusually high and deep threshold for access to the passenger compartment. The upper tube is so high it is level with the driver's elbow, making conventional horizontally hinged doors infeasible. The resulting design, upward opening gullwing doors, gave the car its iconic nickname.